Greetings, wise ones, and welcome back to the Eighth House Wisdom channel. I'm Melissa of Eighth House Wisdom, author, psychotherapist, business astrologer, feminine energy, and stellar planning expert. I'm here with the April 2024 lunar wisdom formula for the Aries new moon and total solar eclipse. Today, we'll delve into the fascinating world of eclipses and how they come in what's known as repeating families, bearing a unique imprint on our lives and the world around us. At the same time, this will help us unlock the cosmic code for success and fire-powered initiation once the total eclipse completes its event. So stay tuned to the rest of this video to learn more about the lunar wisdom of eclipse families and give it a thumbs up so that it can be shared with more wise ones via the YouTube algorithm. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to this channel for more new and full moon lunar wisdom formulas to keep you in cyclical flow and in your soft girl era, both in life and in business. Welcome, wise ones and Luna lovers, to our cosmic journey as we explore the amazing celestial spectacle and event that is the Aries new moon and total eclipse, solar eclipse to be exact, which will be unfolding on Monday, the moon's day, April 8th, 2024, starting at around 12:38 p.m. Eastern Time. The Aries new moon total solar eclipse is an incredible once in a lifetime opportunity for anyone who lives in North America, but its impact will be felt no matter where you are on the globe. It's dubbed the Great American Eclipse and is spanning a 100-mile path of visibility during its totality, passing through sections of several U.S. states, including Maine, Pennsylvania, New York, Vermont, Arkansas, Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, and Ohio. We have an opportunity to see change that will help us update our perspective with this powerful lunation. When comparing a total solar eclipse with a partial or annular one, it's really a grand spectacle in the sky. I want you to picture a 360-degree sunrise or sunset, followed by the planets emerging in the middle of the day. This is why eclipses, since time immemorial, have been significant events that cultures revered and have very specific practices set up around them. And there will not be another chance to view an eclipse like this on the North American continent until 2045. So this makes it a really pivotal event. The new moon we're experiencing will bring renewal in the first house of the zodiac, activating the Aries warrior queen archetype and coming with heat, fire, and encouraging us to take bold action. Add in the fact that this is a supermoon, which means its orbit is closer than normal to the Earth, and that it is a total solar eclipse, which creates a blackout during the day and is known as the Ring of Fire. What we have is one of the biggest events of the astrological and calendar year. Now, with a total solar eclipse, or any eclipse for that matter, there's a lot of electromagnetic energy out there, especially because this one is solar dominated. So I don't really recommend going outside to watch this one, even though there's plenty of news stories And there are places that are providing eclipse glasses to do just that. I recommend doing more of the stream it via NASA and their website, and take advantage to do your grounding work safely indoors. This is what most ancient and indigenous cultures recommend doing during eclipses. And if you know me, I'm all about ancient wisdom. Plus, actually seeing this event, which again requires special eclipse glasses that cannot be taken off, as to avoid damage to your corneas and retinas because of the power of the total solar eclipse. Being in it does not require you to see it in order to feel what's occurring in the air or to be impacted or affected by it. So, make sure to grab a copy of your birth chart and your business chart if you have one. And last but not least, a notepad, because I'm going to provide some dates that will help you unlock your own cosmic codes related to this eclipse and the others that we have experienced in 2023 and 2024 in this particular Aries and Libra eclipse series. To apply the information in this video, click the link below to get a free copy of your birth chart. Understand your planetary placements and get your planet positions at birth so you know where all the signs are in your chart. First up, we're going to be talking about the lunar nodes, as they are integral to be able to understand what's happening with eclipses. The lunar nodes are not planets, but points in space that are mathematically calculated where the moon's orbit intersects the ecliptic, which is essentially the pathway that a planet moves, and the apparent path of the sun cross in the sky. As you can see in this particular image, these points represent the outer bounds of the moon's movement in the sky, or as we refer to them in astrology, the zodiac constellations that determine planetary movements. When we are discussing the lunar nodes, we are discussing and representing the alignment of the Earth, the Moon, and the Sun, which is what occurs when having a solar or lunar eclipse. In astrology, the lunar nodes are considered to be karmic indicators reflecting both our past and future trajectories. And if you're not a person who believes in karma, then I want you to think about them as what you come into this life with and what you are striving for and to achieve in this lifetime. The South Node is related to the past lives, and past gifts, as well as our unfinished business from that time. Essentially, our karma, which in Sanskrit literally means come back. Whereas the North Node is related to our purpose, our true north in this lifetime, and what we need to expand into and want to strive for in the future to complete our soul's assignment. It's what I also consider to be a place of embodiment and the shortcut to enlightenment. During eclipses, when the sun, the moon, and the earth align near the south or north node, we experience really potent cosmic events because it involves Mother Earth and the two luminaries in the sky. Solar eclipses occur when the new moon aligns with the north node, while lunar eclipses occur when the full moon aligns with the south node. And this also has to do with the position of the ecliptic or the orbits when they are passing. On the north node, the sun is sitting high, whereas in the south node, the moon is going below or under the sun, creating the different kinds of eclipses. These alignments really intensify the energies and amplify the transformative effects of a new or a full moon on our lives, as well as the world around us. The nodes of the moon remain in a sign, pair, or axis for a period of 18 to 24 months, and they set up the dates, the signs, and the degrees of each eclipse in what is a very complicated spiral pattern when looked at in totality. And the variance of degrees each season for eclipses make sure that everyone has something activated in their chart at some time throughout a particular 2-sign eclipse season, because not every eclipse impacts each person the same way. There are also different eclipse families that relate to different timing cycles that occur in each spring and fall eclipse season, as well as in each astrological pair of signs cycles. This is a beautiful and precise spiral that reminds me of the power of lunar wisdom, the awesome power of the divine, and the amazing ability of astrology to give precise dates and times that help you understand the unfolding of energy for your highest good. Lunar phases and eclipse families. Now I want to get into what eclipse families are and why they are so important. Eclipses are not random occurrences, but rather part of a cyclical pattern known as eclipse families. These families occur over an 18 to 24 month period, revolving around a tight cluster of degrees in the zodiac. This repetition creates a series of eclipses that resonate with the energies of the 4 main moon phases, which you can also see in the previous diagram where I was discussing the placements of the lunar nodes. The 4 main moon phases related to eclipses are the new moon, the first quarter, the full moon, and the last quarter, which are my guides for putting out lunar wisdom reports for life and business to support women who are naturally cyclical beings and whose energy very closely matches the pattern and phases of the moon.
We're starting with talking about the new moon phase, since solar eclipses only occur during new moons. With the upcoming total solar eclipse, it marks the beginning of a new cycle, a time for fresh starts and new beginnings. The energy of the eclipse at this time invites us to see what seeds fate and the universe plant for us instead of my regularly recommended intention setting. So intentions are set, but this is more of a receptive process, receiving downloads and receiving fated and pre-planned events related to this cycle because of the eclipse versus moon manifesting on your own. And whatever is begun or set during this time prepares the stage for future growth in this direction. It's a really potent moment for the initiation of bold actions and bold ventures, especially since this current total solar eclipse is in the fire sign of Aries. And it helps us to chart new courses, both in our personal and professional lives, by creating a new beginning that's pretty much a done deal. When things get ushered in or out by the energy of an eclipse, there really isn't a lot of negotiating with it. So remember that as you begin to chart a course ahead, moving towards the next lunar phase. As the lunar cycle progresses and eclipse energy moves, we enter the first quarter phase, which corresponds to the waxing phase or portion of the moon. This is a period of action and momentum, where the universally planted seeds that happened during the new moon solar eclipse phase begin to sprout and take root. With each subsequent eclipse in the assigned family, we are propelled forward on our journey, overcoming obstacles and forging ahead with courage and determination. The full moon phase represents the culmination of the lunar cycle at peak light and is a time of celebration and harvest. The full moon phase also represents and is associated with lunar eclipses. And approaching the peak of the energy cycle and the zenith of the eclipse cycle provides us with illumination on our path and highlights the fruits of our seeds that were planted and any laboring that we have done on their behalf. It becomes a time to bask in the glow of our achievements and honor the progress that we have made along the way.
And finally, we come to the last quarter moon phase, which mirrors the first quarter phase, but is representative of the waning or dimming phase and cycle of the moon. This period is one of reflection and release, where we let go of that which no longer serves us and prepare for the next cycle of growth and evolution. The energy of the initial new moon eclipse wanes, but its lessons linger as we're still completing the cycle, and it guides us as we navigate the ever-changing currents of life, bringing us back around to a new moon phase. It's important to note that when thinking about an eclipse family, unlike the natural lunar cycle, where there is a 2-week period from new to full moon, and the first quarter moon occurs 1 week after the new moon, and the last quarter moon occurs 1 week after the full moon. We're talking about periods of time that are roughly around 9 months apiece. This gives ample time for the energies and themes related to these points of activation in the lunar phase to mature, develop, and resolve. Understanding this can give you great insight into how this process works, giving you roughly the 18 to 24 month period that is an eclipse cycle in one sign. However, because there are multiple eclipses that occur, eclipse families, that occur in one season, there is a never-ending parade of these spirals and these dates that spring forward and carry out the themes in question throughout our existence. The navigation map of the Aries Libra eclipse season. So, the Aries and Libra eclipse season began in 2023 when the lunar nodes shifted into the signs of Aries and Libra in July of 2023. Prior to that shift, we began some crossover events which ushered in the initial energy of this particular eclipse series. And that happened with the April 20th new moon eclipse in Aries, as well as the October 14th, 2023 new moon in Libra solar eclipse. Each of these two previous events make up their own eclipse families that correspond to dates related to the new, first quarter, full, and last quarter moons in the sign of Aries that are in the same degree range as the eclipse which occurred. In looking at these dates, the degree numbers, and their pattern, you begin to see an emergence of dates and essentially landmarks to understand the rollout, impact, and timing of each of these eclipses in terms of how their energy moves forward and in what phase of the extended lunar cycle you are in. All of these pieces of information give us insight into how these events will play out in our life and to what extent. If you don't have any planets in that sign or any planets in your chart with coordinating degrees or similar degrees, then the experience may not be as potent. But if you do, then you can expect activation at a higher level, and these dates and times will serve as a map and a legend for understanding the energetic rollout and tracking the impact for your highest good. Before I go forward, I want to go back to the first Aries new moon solar eclipse, which took place on April 20th, 2023, to look at its family, because new moon solar eclipses are the beginning of life-changing events. And so, as we see here, in this particular new moon solar eclipse, which was a hybrid solar eclipse lunar family, we have the following dates. April 20th was the new moon phase at 29 degrees. January 18th, 2024 is the first quarter phase in Aries at 27 degrees. October 17th, 2024 will be the full moon phase in Aries at 24 degrees, and July 18th, 2025 will be the last quarter phase in Aries, ending at 25 degrees. Now, the 29-degree Aries new moon hybrid solar eclipse was a really powerful lunation. It was the second new moon in Aries for 2023, and as a hybrid eclipse, that means it transitioned from an annular eclipse to a total eclipse, which provided us with a unique and kind of potent energy shift. The 29th degree of any zodiac sign represents the culmination or ending point. And in Aries, this signifies the end of a significant cycle and the beginning of a new one. Hence me bringing this eclipse up first. This eclipse offered a profound opportunity for personal growth and transformation, as well as spiritual awakening that is currently unfolding. With Aries being the first sign of the zodiac and its association with new beginnings, leadership, and courage, this eclipse invited us to step into our power and to embrace our inner warrior. We were encouraged to push past our fears and our limitations. With the 29th degree being known as the anaretic degree, which is said to be a point of crisis, urgency, and breakthrough, some of these themes also would have come through in spring of 2023, making the Aries new moon hybrid solar eclipse a potent portal for intense energy that brought about a mix of endings to create new beginnings in whatever house is ruled by Aries in your chart. This pivotal moment for personal and collective transformation was an opportunity to shed old patterns and beliefs and behaviors that no longer served us and to step into our full potential. It was around this eclipse that the beginning rumblings of what is now the current warring states in a number of international places, including Israel and the Ukraine, began to peak in different phases of their own arc. And again, we are still currently in this particular eclipse family. So noting the later October and July 2025 dates on your calendar will help you to know where to look and expect certain pieces of resolution coming up, as well as looking back at the dates that have already taken place will help to give you more clarity on the current eclipse family pathway and help you note what energies are in play to better decode and unlock the cosmic secrets taking place in your chart right now. The next new solar eclipse family is the Libra new moon solar eclipse, which took place on October 14th, 2023. In this particular solar eclipse lunar family, we have the following dates. October 14th was the new moon eclipse in Libra at 21 degrees. July 13th, 2024, which is coming relatively soon, will be the first quarter moon in Libra at 22 degrees. April 13th, 2025 will be the full moon in Libra at 23 degrees. And this lunar family will end on January 10th, 2026. Will not end, but will reach its final phase of the last quarter in Libra at 20 degrees. So we have one of these phases down and 3 more to go, one of which is in this year of 2024. As you can see, the staggering of these events, there's one in 2023, 2024, 2025, and 2026. So you can see the disbursement of the energy pattern and can look back at your chart, go back to your calendar and your email, see what events were happening during this particular period of time. Around October 14th, 2023, we were really seeing what could happen on a global stage around peace for places like Israel and Gaza and the Gaza Strip in Palestine. There were other more warring factions that showed up around this time because the Aries and Libra axis, in addition to being the I and the we axis, is also the axis of war. Libra being the sign of peace and Aries being the sign of war. So make sure to take note of these particular dates to see what will be continuing to unfold for you over the course of the next 2 years. This brings us to eclipse season 2024, where we have a bit of yet another crossover, but we're firmly rooted in the Aries and Libra axis, with eclipses that are occurring on the following dates. We have the March 25th Penumbral lunar eclipse in Libra, followed by this upcoming total solar eclipse in Aries on April 8th, followed by a partial lunar eclipse in the sign of Pisces on September 17th, and ending with an annular solar eclipse in Libra on October 2nd. As you can see, there is again another repeating pattern here that will give us an indication of what kinds of fated events will be showing up for us in 2024. And using the knowledge of eclipse families can help you navigate and traverse these energies with greater ease and grace. Now, let's take a look at the Libra partial full moon eclipse that we just experienced less than 2 weeks ago. This particular eclipse family actually began in 2022 with the new moon in Libra at 2 degrees, followed by the first quarter moon in Libra at 4 degrees on June 26, 2023. That is then followed up by the recent full moon eclipse in Libra that we just had on March 25th at 5 degrees Libra, and will culminate with the last quarter moon in Libra on December 22nd, 2024. This gives us the total arc of this full moon eclipse family, which relates more to endings of things than beginnings. And noting these particular dates will help you to map out what your particular energetic pattern around this is for the remainder of this family. And we only have one more phase left. This leads us to our current eclipse. The Aries new moon total solar eclipse happening on April 8th, 2024. And taking a look at this solar eclipse lunar family to be able to understand the arc and energetic development that will occur as a result of this very potent superlunation. The Aries new moon total solar eclipse lunar family begins with the April 8th new moon total eclipse in Aries at 19 degrees, followed by the first quarter in Aries at 16 degrees occurring on January 6th, 2025. Next is October 7th, 2025, which is the full moon in Aries at 14 degrees, and culminating with July 7th, 2026, which is the last quarter phase in Aries at 15 degrees. This 2024 second Aries new moon solar eclipse is a powerful one. It's known as the Ring of Fire, and it's also activating the 19th degree, which is a degree of Libra, focusing on connecting socially and relationally, as well as aesthetics, beauty, and peacemaking. It's going to be highly visible across a diagonal pathway of North America, as I talked about earlier in the video, roughly between about 12:40 to about 4 p.m. And if you do choose to go outside and take a look at it, you must use glasses. Again, this will not happen again until 2045. And the last time we had an eclipse like this was the Great American Eclipse of 2017. This eclipse will begin to reveal a series of fated events in your life and business that will play out over the dates specified in the lunar eclipse family that I just read about. This eclipse also encourages us to take action once the smoke clears and to embrace our inner strength, courage, and step into leadership roles in our lives, whether you feel the impact of this eclipse immediately or over time. Trust that the universe is guiding you toward your highest good and supporting your growth and evolution. In this particular diagram, which is the chart of the current eclipse, we are able to see a number of planets clustered in the sign of Aries. In my particular location, which is Washington, D.C., this chart has a Leo rising. I like to use whole sign house system for simplicity, as well as because I am trained as a traditional or Hellenistic astrologer in one of my modalities. And so this makes for an easier time in being able to understand the planetary impacts. Just to give you a really clear rundown of our energies, we have Pluto, the transformer, at 1 degree of Aquarius, which is currently giving us a slow burn of transformation in whatever house Aquarius is found in your chart. But then we have most of our activity between the signs of Pisces, Aries, and Taurus, with Mars, Aries ruling sign, in Pisces and making a conjunction with Saturn. And those energies are going to help us to visualize, dream, and work behind the scenes with things that we are hoping to take into action. And the best time to put those things into action will be when these planets move in to the sign of Aries. Neptune is continuing its relatively years long journey in the sign of Pisces, almost reaching its end at the 28th degree. And then when we go to the house of Aries, we see a huge stack letting us know that Venus, how we love, how our relationships are, and money, the ruling planet of Libra, is in Aries at 4 degrees. The North Node, because this is a North Node eclipse, so again, it's leading us towards our true node north, it's our shortcut to enlightenment and helping to open us up to our true purpose. It is within 4 degrees of what is happening with the eclipse, which is occurring at 19 degrees, meaning that both the sun and the moon will both be at 19 degrees 24 seconds at the time of the new moon and the eclipse. And they are by degree and space conjunct. That means together with Chiron, the wounded healer, at 19 degrees. And so this new moon total solar eclipse has the ability to help us heal from an old wound in a tremendous way. And again, this isn't a place where I am recommending that you set intentions, but to observe how the energy rolls out and the stage that it sets for us so that we can then engage at that point. Mercury, our planet of communication, is also in Aries and currently retrograde. So we have a huge stack here all at once, meaning that we've got a lot of internal energy, but the mix of eclipse and retrograde season is turning it more into a slow and internal burn that after April 25th, when Mercury goes direct, will really kind of take off in a forward direction. But in between that period, we'll be doing a lot more internal thinking, musing, and preparing for how we will take action. And recognize that your preparatory responses will count as action, and that when the smoke clears, if you have worked with the energy as is recommended, you'll be ready to go. So don't consider this slower, more downtime as a waste of energy or halting your progress. In fact, it is encouraging you to review, take stock, make changes so that when it's go time, you can hit the ground running. We also have Jupiter and Uranus inching closer to their powerful event on April 20th in the sign of Taurus, bringing us unexpected expansion in whatever area this lineup will be taking place in your chart. And so it's these energies that, combined with the information and dates of the lunar families, can really help us unlock our cosmic guidance and cosmic wisdom at a very granular level. And this is the power of eclipse families, lunar wisdom, and just the beauty and precision that is the multiple natural cycles of the moon. Aries eclipse, business implications, and lunar self-care. Now, let's talk about what you can do to weather this event and come out on top, ready to receive your downloads, preventing overstimulation, and able to take action in favor of your highest good. The Aries moon self-care aligned actions really involve working on a passion project to release energy and inspire new ideas, moving your body in a dynamic way or high energy way, scheduling any kind of body work, massage, and in particular, because Aries rules the head, cranial sacral massage. All of those things are very helpful in preparing your body for the energetic vibration. Under normal circumstances, I would suggest heading outdoor for inspiration and adventure, and my current caveat is to do that before or after the actual eclipse period. when it's active in the sky if you are sensitive to energy, sensitive to electromagnetic energy, and generally speaking, want to guard for any unintended effects. This truly potent eclipse and new moon are going to be game changers, opening up a portal of change and transformation, the likes many of us have not seen in some time. This is a wonderful incubator space for what we can do in our personal lives and in business. But before I begin to provide the business implications, I want to offer some suggestions that can help you to get inspired, which is the energy of this new moon, to access your own specific lunar wisdom and to capture the insights that will be coming your way during this major lunar event. First up is journaling. It can be an excellent tool for reflection and reviewing some of these activation points in the lunar families. Use this time to connect with your innermost desires and set any loose intentions or guides for yourself, since I'm not recommending intention setting during this time. That will help guide you through the navigation after the eclipse ends. Again, movement and exercise are extremely helpful during this eclipse. Yoga, stretching are amazing tools. I'm a Qigong practitioner, and I definitely recommend moving your body, as Aries rules the head and the body, to help you release excess energy, ground you in the moment, and empty your vessel for the downloads and new beginnings that are coming your way. Certain crystals, such as black tourmaline or hematite, as well as obsidian, have grounding properties and can help balance your energy. I always wear a black obsidian, and unfortunately mine just broke, but usually a black hematite bracelet, and I will be utilizing those particular stones to create an energetic shield or bath for myself during the eclipse time, as I am empathic and very sensitive to energies and want to make sure that all is well for me during this powerful time. Hold the crystal in your hand if you have one. Create a grid around you and the space that you are in. Place it on your body. Hold it during meditation. Any of these are options to protect yourself, utilizing an earthen element with a crystalline structure that can help absorb because of the darker color and transmute those energies for higher purposes. Grounding meditations can also be an excellent tool for connecting with the earth and anchoring in the energy that is coming through like a jolt. Visualize roots growing from your feet into the earth, anchoring you into the ground. Do this during the height of the eclipse if you find yourself sensitive or feeling vibes that have you a little off. Eclipses are portals that usher in great beginnings and great endings, and solar eclipses are powerful new starts. This one, being a total solar eclipse, promises to pack a punch. My last recommendation is the use of water in a salt bath after the eclipse event. This particular eclipse has intense energy, and in keeping with many ancient traditions and cultures where they remain inside and away from the electromagnetic radiation and solar flares that can occur during an eclipse, they then take to water collected after the eclipse event, as well as the use of salt to bathe and cleanse their bodies and auras from excess energetic residue so that they can really get their bearings and figure out where they need to go. This is my final recommendation related to self-care. And if we are doing these things, then as we will be ready to logically interpret the energetic information that is coming in for us from this eclipse. And if you utilize these dates from the lunar families of the eclipse and backwards map by checking out your calendars and emails for what was happening around this time, you'll be able to get really clear insight on the themes that are coming up, as well as nudges and confirmation about the directions that you need to be taking to start off Q2 of the year and the business year with a dynamic, fiery passion that can be put in play for your highest good.
And so, there you have it, wise ones. This has been a longer video and a deeper dive into what many of you know is one of my favorite subjects, that being the moon and her beautiful cycles. As we marvel at the cosmic dance of the Aries new moon and this total solar eclipse, let us remember the profound wisdom encoded in the multiple cycles upon cycles of the moon. May we embrace the transformative power of these lunation events and work to align and organize ourselves with the rhythms of the feminine planet and the universe as we journey forward into the unknown with an opportunity for a new beginning falling upon each and every one of us in a particular area of life according to our chart. This is the power of astrology to help us live our life in keeping with the cyclical energies that abound on this planet and to keep us in a state of flow, supporting more ease and grace and softness in everything we do. Because, like I always say, life and business do come with an instruction manual. It is written in the stars, or in this case, it's written within the moon cycles and lunar families. I hope that you have received something of value as a woman in professional world or female entrepreneur. If you have, please make sure to hit the like button, share this information with a friend, and subscribe to the channel for more lunar wisdom updates. Until next time, wise ones, stay curious, keep moon watching, and blessed be. Bye for now. Wise one, are you ready for a stellar breakthrough? I'd love to help you with that. In this 30-minute free stellar breakthrough analysis, we'll identify the top 5 things that might be holding you back from aligning to your stellar success cycles and the one thing that you need to do to move forward. Current energy vibes, the year ahead, your story, whatever you need, we can start to work it out. Book your free private session today by clicking the link in the description below. I'd love to help you architect a life of more cyclical flow with ease and grace in 2024 and beyond.
Check out my new Etsy store called Stellar Planning Tools to get some of my newest products to support you in applying stellar planning, the lunar wisdom formula, lunar self-care, and to expand your manifesting practice. My new series, The Wise Woman's Mindset and Self-Care Guides, are being offered exclusively on Etsy. These guides were created to assist you in living with more ease, grace, and with a process to make lasting change in your life. Check them out. Link is in the description below. Discover the keys to your life's path and purpose by reading the stars with a free personal astrology report sample from 8th House Wisdom. From obstacles to opportunities, these reports teach you what you need to know to thrive. Try out any of these 8 types of astrology reports, 2 multi-package reports, and 1 tarot reading in the 8th House Wisdom Astro Report store before you buy them. They're available for immediate download and specific to you, your life, and your unique birth information. Self-care isn't selfish. It's absolutely necessary for a soft life. Click the link below to get my free top 7 beauty therapy and self-care tips and the beauty therapy checklist. Learn to manifest by the moon with my astrology ebook, The Lunar Wisdom Formula. It helps women stay in tune with feminine energy and manifest a life that feels as good as it looks. The 2023 edition comes with a bonus moon calendar and important dates. Click the link in the description below. Get more out of your beauty treatments and self-care by aligning them with the moon's mood and phase. In my astrology ebook, The Lunar Wisdom Formula for Beauty and Self-Care. This guide does all the hard work for you so you can get greater benefits from your self-care and live a softer life by the moon. Link in the description below. Introducing our newest book, Guide to Herbal Remedies, packed with information on how to use herbs and plants to promote health and well-being. The guide includes detailed information on a wide range of herbs and their healing properties, as well as recipes for teas, tinctures, and other remedies you can make at home. Whether you're looking to boost your immune system, reduce stress and anxiety, or treat common ailments, this guide has everything you need to get started with natural healing. Join us as we explore the world of herbal remedies and discover how you can use the power of plants to support your health and well-being. Plus, 2 bonus items for getting herbal tools and using herbs to smudge so you can round out your herbal medicine cabinet and toolkit. Crystals are a fantastic tool to harmonize and ground your energy. Use my coupon code 8th House Wisdom for 11% off high quality, ethically sourced crystals. Click the link in the description below to shop today. Think, speak, and grow in abundant 2024 by downloading a free copy of the 2024 Stellar Year Blueprint. It's my formula for applying astrology to align your life to the natural cycles for greater ease and grace. Click the link in the description below to download yours today. Get an in-depth look at the astrology of 2024 and more information about my stellar planning process with this free workshop, Stellar Planning for 2024. Think, speak, and grow an abundant new year. Click the link in the description below to watch now. Remember, wise ones, life does come with an instruction manual. It's written in the stars. Please like, share, and comment on this video, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Sending you so much light and love. Take care.